15-year-old Connor McKittrick is just 3 belts away from a black belt.
There you go. Good.
Quite an accomplishment, because Taekwondo is especially challenging for Connor.
We have a lot of moves that are spin moves and things like that, and they can be challenging for him. But and he fall down, but he just laughs and has a good attitude, gets back up, and goes at it again. There, now you're getting the timing.
Connor has Usher syndrome, a genetic condition marked by hearing loss at birth, balance issues, and gradual blindness, starting with night blindness and loss of peripheral vision as the cells of the retina degenerate.
Peripheral vision is definitely a hard one, especially during sparring. It's really hard for him to see any shots that kind of come from the side and things like that. But never stops him, never slows him down though.
Connor can hear thanks to a cochlear implant, but with each passing year, his eyesight gets worse. It's expected to deteriorate until he is legally blind as a young adult. But with each passing day, science gets closer to helping Connor and patients like him. At the UW-Medicine Eye Institute, researchers are now able to make stem cells from a simple blood sample taken from a patient.
And from those stem cells, we can make them into all the different types of retinal cells in their eyes, including the ones that don't work currently. And then we can study them and see what's wrong with them, and also look for therapeutic medications as to how to prevent them from dying.
Instead of testing just one therapeutic or drug at a time on these non-working retinal cells, advances in technology allow researchers to test thousands of drugs that could slow, prevent, or even reverse vision loss in patients with Usher syndrome.
This makes this all possible.
The Quellos high-throughput screening core at UW-Medicine can do in days what used to take years.
We couldn't have done these experiments before these robots were here to do this.
Researchers are also studying another way that stem cells, made from a patient's own blood, can help those with Usher syndrome. They want to be able to reprogram stem cells to become retinal cells, and then implant the healthy retinal cells into the eye to replace those that no longer work.
One of the cell types that are really important are the light-sensing cells. They're called photoreceptors in the back of your eye in the retina. And unlike when you cut your skin and the cells divide and heal, once these cells are damaged, they don't grow back and they can't regenerate. So that's why stem cells are really interesting for as a possible therapeutic solution to this, because we think that perhaps we can one day grow enough of these types of cells and transplant them into the human eye that they can start functioning again.
At UW-Medicine, advances are being made in blinding eye disease that were unimaginable just a few decades ago.
And when I was a resident about 20 years ago, when a patient came in with macular degeneration and had lost their vision, all we could say was, "I'm sorry." There was nothing to do except look in the eye and say, "I know what happened and I'm very, very sorry." Through research over this time and then translating that research into the clinical realm, there are now very effective drugs that will actually reverse the loss in macular degeneration. So now when a patient comes in, we can say, "You know what, I think your vision's going to get a lot better if we treat you with this particular regimen." That's where we want to be with Usher's disease.
What's needed most to help patients with Usher syndrome is philanthropy. Government funding is no longer plentiful, and it tends to focus on well-established projects. For new, novel research in Usher syndrome, community help is needed.
It's sort of like being a venture capitalist and being in on the ground floor of work. Hear-See Hope and other foundations are really critical to that mission. So we love to partner with groups like Hear-See Hope to make a difference in patients' lives.
To Connor and his family, the work that is going on at UW-Medicine is impressive and exciting.
And there you go. Those are stem cells. Yay!
Connor just wishes it could go even faster.
Dalton, do you know how to do a front kick?
The promise of this research gives Connor hope that his vision might be preserved, even improved, and that his little brother Dalton, who also has Usher syndrome, might never need to suffer the vision loss that he has.
Then you turn around.
The clock is ticking.
You lift this foot up.
And I always tell them that's why I don't get very much sleep, because it's sort of something that we feel very passionate about. We are sort of now at the scientific critical juncture where a lot of these advances that were just absolutely not possible 30 years ago can happen now, and I feel like it's our job to capitalize on it.
Every dollar, every day makes a difference.
Good job.